Hi, welcome to B3 Comics. Today we review New Avengers number 3. The issue is written by Jonathan Hickman with art by Steve Epting. We begin the issue with Beast receiving a letter from the executor of Charles Xavier's will. The letter says "Remember," which triggers a memory left by Xavier. Beast uses it to open a vault and finds the Mind Gem. Upon finding it, the other Illuminati members arrive and pick him up. They are retrieving each of their gems so they can form the Infinity Gauntlet in hopes of preventing the destruction of the multiverse. After quickly inducting Beast into their group, they travel to the site of the next collision point. The universes are colliding in the mountains of Pakistan. Once there, each of them pull out their gems and let them converge to form the all-powerful Infinity Gauntlet. Some of the strongest beings in the Marvel Universe take notice upon its assembly, including the Watcher, Galactus, and Thanos. The group decides that Captain America should wield the gauntlet, since he has the strongest will. Using the immense amount of power, he attempts to push back the invading universe. The rest of the Illuminati watch nervously as Cap does his thing. He's successful in stopping the collision, but the vibration caused destroys the Infinity Gauntlet, including all of the gems. The New Avengers will not be able to use this strategy for the next incursion. Back in Wakanda, the Illuminati debate their next course of action. They come to the conclusion that they might be forced to destroy the next universe that is going to collide with ours. Captain America strongly disagrees, saying that they can't destroy billions of others to save themselves. When he looks around the room for support, he is met with silence. Doctor Strange magically erases his memory of the entire dilemma, and they remove him from the Illuminati. We are left to wonder, was it the right decision to remove Captain America?
So I think it's the absolute correct decision to take Cap off the Illuminati, because even when he was first put on back in Bendis' initial run where the Avengers find out about the Illuminati and the Infinity Gauntlet, I thought that Cap sort of forced his way on. He wasn't exactly the right man for the chair, so to say. Because
right. I think he definitely deserves to be a wielder of one of the Infinity Gauntlet gems, because he's such an important character in the Marvel Universe.
I think, yeah, the gem is different than, like, being
in the Illuminati.
Yeah, because the Illuminati in themselves are these people that, one, are really powerful, and two, are willing to make the decisions that other people aren't willing to do. And Cap really doesn't fit.
We talked about this a little bit in our New Avengers number 1 review, about whether Cap really needs to be there, and most people in the comments said they didn't think Cap should be there,
So with Cap leaving, we do have one person joining the Illuminati in this issue, and it's Beast replacing Professor Xavier in his role.
I think he was the obvious choice to fill that. I mean, there was... Maybe it could have been Storm, but there was really no other choice.
That just would have been awkward with T'Challa, and both of them being on this very exclusive group.
Yeah. And Beast is kind of at the same intellectual level as a lot of those guys.
Yeah. So he can definitely hold his own. I found it actually very funny when Cap sort of turns to Beast and say, "Don't you agree with me?" And then he says something like, "You're going to ask a mutant about fighting for survival?"
The only thing, and we talked about this again in the Avengers number 1 review that we did, was Beast is now part of this Illuminati, but he's the guy who's so anti-secret groups, you know? He left Scott Summers because Scott had a X-Force.
But he was also on the Secret Avengers for a while. In the very beginning of
that's true.
Burbacker's run. So he does involve himself if he thinks it's worthy of whatever his...
But there it was... in Brubacker's run, it was less about killing people.
Yeah, definitely. It was still a secret society, but it wasn't as cutthroat.
But Beast has always been against these, like, select few making decisions that influence everyone.
Whole, yeah.
Like, that's what when he hated the Phoenix Five, because it's like basically Scott Summers deciding the future of the planet Earth.
Yeah.
But now he's doing the exact same thing, except on a larger scale. Now he's deciding the fate of
the universe,
of all universes. So moving on to the Infinity Gauntlet was the huge thing in this issue. I really like how they let Cap wield it. I feel like that was the right move.
But do you think Cap wielding it improperly actually shut it down?
No.
Or it was going to happen no matter what?
I think it was Hickman's way of making it so there wasn't a quick fix.
Okay.
Because it also kind of bugged me during AVX when Bendis was writing New Avengers and they had an Illuminati meeting and they were saying, should we get the Infinity Gauntlet and put it together so we can fight off the Phoenix Force? Mm-hmm. And Reed Richards and T'Challa... and Tony Stark were all like, no, you can't use one cosmic power to fight another cosmic power. But that's exactly what they're doing here. So that kind of bugged me. But now that the Infinity Gauntlet's gone, there's no quick fix, and I like that.
That's true. It's more of a... There's a bigger problem, and it means that they have to really come up with a big solution as
Yeah.
opposed to just like, hey, we have this all-fixing reality bending
Like a
thing.
magic bullet.
Yeah, exactly. I did like how Namor was basically just classic Namor.
Yeah, he just starts a fight after. I was actually hoping when somebody said, who should wield it? And then everyone's like, oh, Cap should do it. I wish there would have been like one panel in between where Namor's like, I can wield it. And everyone's like, no.
Yeah, he's just a douche. And we even in this issue, we see Galactus and Thanos and I believe one other.
The Watcher.
The Watcher. And they realize the Infinity Gauntlet was put together.
I do think the fact that those three people sensed it, though, shows that this is such a major event. Because the Watcher is always showing up at the most important events in time. And, you know, Thanos is obviously a pretty big bad. We haven't seen him, I think, since the Thanos Imperative.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And he was stuck in the Cancerverse.
Yeah. It would be interesting just to see if all three show up at the same time, or it's just going to be a steady progression of Hickman introducing these massive cosmic entities for the Illuminati to just face in some way.
But those, well, the Watcher's obviously neutral, but
that's true.
The other two are definitely adversaries worthy of the Illuminati.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because the Illuminati at this point can't go fight like Hydra or something like that. That's just below them.
Though if they wanted to, the Illuminati could end Hydra, but they don't. They don't. They only look at the big picture.
They couldn't end Scott Summers though, so maybe they're not up to. So it's a grade for New Avengers number 3. What would you give it?
I'd give it a 4.5 out of 5. Mostly because I really like the way that they handled Cap leaving this group, and I also just like the scale of the problem that they're facing.
I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 as well. I agree with all the points you made, but I also really like the art too. It's so cool to see like a world about to collide with our world. So, I mean, the art is definitely underappreciated. So thanks for watching P3 Comics review of New Avengers number 3. Before we go though, we got a question for you guys.
Did Captain America truly deserve to be on the Illuminati?
Leave your answer below in the comments. Be sure to check us out on Twitter, and thanks for watching.